just need a minute. Something happened that has me not maniacally like da 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 da. Like I knew some weird stuff was up. But more like I just love the way God protects me. That's what I'm gonna say. I just love that I'm protected, and my circle is a part of my protection. That's what I'm gonna say. I gotta do a whole nother semester. This is gonna be so interesting. So interesting. Okay. Do I talk about it? I talked about it on my close friends. If they say that I could talk about it, then I talk about it up here. But just know, I just had the shortest and most wasted 2 minutes of my life on a phone call that was the most unnecessary thing. And out of this entire day, I'm actually kind of glad it happened when it did. But I feel like the reaction would have been the same. So let me get back into what happened today. Because I did a video, but I don't really like it. So I'm going to just talk now. You see me fidgeting with this thing. I'm trying to like fluff it and get some like lint out. But anyway, today was one of those days, right? Was it today or was it yesterday? Yesterday my cycle started, right? All the cramping couldn't happen. I was asleep yesterday. So today I've been making up for lost time. I lost a day. So my day started with phone calls and all that jazz. Stuff that's towards what happened today. And now I'm blanking on what happened today. I'm going to try to like run through it. But basically I had to wait for them to come fix the heat. They fixed the heat. It was a simple issue. Praise God. It wasn't an expensive issue. So that was resolved in like moments. I had a callback today where I met with the representative and I was over prepared. And then my computer wanted to fail me 10 minutes before the thing started. Mind you, I had it ready. I had everything set up, my camera loaded up an hour before my meeting. 10 minutes before I finished my makeup, I was reviewing my monologue and just preparing my mind. And I was like, let me go ahead and just check it before I click on and just assume it's going to work, you know, because this happened before where I had a showcase. And as soon as we started doing the showcase, my camera failed. And then I had to start all the way over and like do my whole setup differently. It just, the setup looked better, but because that happened, now I like triple check. I'm already double checking. I'm triple, quadruple checking before any meetings. Because you never want to be unprofessional, and I have the setup to be professional. So anyway, I checked that setup 10 minutes before. My camera's not working like last time. This time I don't have time to waste trying to figure out things. I'm down another lens. The dogs messed up one of them. And I only have that camera perspective, or I thought about it and I was like, I'd either use my phone or my laptop. I'm going to use my laptop. I refuse to use my phone for a Zoom call. This is cool. This is Vlogmas, but that is like, I don't know where my AirPods are. So if I set it up, I got to just, it's going to be a little bit too specific for me versus just opening the laptop and I can just click on and it looks cleaner to me anyway. I get on the call and I let her know, hey, I'm having some technical issues. I just need a second to plug in my laptop. I opened my laptop and it was dying. It was on 18% and it was cold and it hadn't warmed up yet. And if that's the case at 18%, when it warms up, it's just, I'm going to look and it's going to be 10%. I'm going to look and it's going to be 2. So I was just like, I just need a second. Let me plug in my laptop, but I will be ready. I'm sorry. I had everything set up and then 10 minutes before all my stuff just didn't want to work. And so she said, that's fine. We're just going to try to make it quick then. And if you take a minute or two, we can just, you know, talk about it or whatever. So I plugged it in, I got my headphones in, and we started the call, and I was prepared. I had my monologue written down. I was writing notes because one of the things that we do to prepare for, like, scripted things is script analysis, character analysis. I do a journal entry now every time we get a piece just so I can get into the character faster. And so far that works. It actually takes me less time each time. So I had did all that in, like, 30 to 45 minutes. And I was still memorizing the words, but I didn't think memory mattered. I think she cared more about performance. And I had booked it short notice because I want to make sure that I have time to prepare for other things coming up, which you guys will see. So I booked it. Class was Saturday and I booked it for today and only had today to work on the stuff. We've had finals and other stuff. So anyway, all that's running through my mind, and the computer is being a computer. So she's like, it's okay. We'll still, you know, get through it or whatever. She asked me what my interests were. And I told her my strong suit is voiceover, mostly narrative voiceover. So she wanted me to send her an example of that and some other stuff too. But that was it. It was 5 minutes. I panicked for like 2 days for a 5-minute phone call out of a 15-minute window. I was panicking right before that because my computer was failing and I still had a laptop. That's why we always, I know this sounds like a ramble, but always have a backup. Always have a backup plan, even if it is your cell phone. I have a whole setup so that I can do streams, so that I can do video edits, so that I can be a better student home. I waited, I got the opportunity to do so, and sometimes it still fails. And it just happens. That's just tech. For me, it always happens to fail when I'm on the cusp of something much bigger positively. So, or like it's about to be something that I was never expecting to be as great as it was, like that showcase. So natural, so good. I didn't even have to, like my lines weren't an issue for me for that one. That was, I think, our second or third showcase. And I had so much like anxiety and so many nerves leading up to it and everything. I've tried to get right because you want to be professional. And this is not an opportunity everybody gets. So trying to maximize those opportunities that come with that. And the same thing with school. I try to approach school that way. I try to approach work that way. I try to approach most things in my life that way, which is why I get so anxious sometimes. But there's no need to be. This is such a ramble. Today was one of those days where if I hadn't had those days in the past or those moments in the past that were like this on a smaller scale, I would have crashed and burned. I could have panicked that the heat went out. Didn't have a space heater. It happened last year. I didn't even panic then. I had comforters I inherited. I thought maybe worst case scenario, this is what's going to be expensive. Didn't even matter. It wasn't that. It was a carbon buildup. That's why my heat wasn't working. It was a carbon buildup. A normal maintenance thing was the reason it was cold. That's it. Okay, glad I didn't overthink it. Glad it's a possibility that I don't have to see. It's a reality that I don't have to see right now. I'm rambling at this point. I'm going to have a structured video for you for tomorrow. Things are back in order. If y'all wanted the story time on, we're going to call him Weirdo. Just let me know. It's going to be up to the close friends though, because yeah, everything's worked out. I got to email that lady tonight. I'm working on that as soon as I get downstairs. I just came up to rotate my laundry and almost forgot that fast. Where's the dryer sheets? Yeah, I literally came up to rotate the laundry and make this quick video because I'm going to be streaming for the rest of the night. I've been trying to pick up my stream times and that's been working as far as helping me with followers. Hopefully it translates into subscribers, but we'll see. I've got one consistent subscriber, Young Spaghetti. I'm going to keep shouting him out because it's been almost all year he's been subscribed to me. And I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm trying to center myself. I'm centered. I'm not even trying to center myself. I'm trying to center my thoughts because I want to talk about everything and anything all at once. And it's just, that's not the best way to communicate. I so want to do a story time. That was so weird and unnecessary. This whole day has been weird and unnecessary, but working itself out. Oh, I didn't even go into the other part. I'm gonna just, yeah. I'm over here patting my foot. Hold on. I'm gonna cut this and then the second part's gonna make sense. Are you guys here with me? Oh, no, it keeps moving. Okay. Today was a day. It wasn't a bad day. It wasn't the worst day. Today was a day. How would I describe this day? Let's add the factor that's the most obvious, okay? My cycle started yesterday and I slept through my cramps, which is great because they're terrible. So today, most women would kind of understand where my mood's been. And I've been trying to temper my mood. I really have. This morning, I was nervous that the heat people were going to get here when my audition started at 2. That's happened to me in the past where I've had a Zoom and I've scheduled the Zoom in advance and then something last minute happens and that thing happens at the same time as the scheduled thing. And it throws me because I try to space things out so there's no distractions. So I was nervous about that, but there was no need to be. The technician called. He got here. He found the problem. It was a 5-minute solution, thankfully. It didn't cost me anything extra. And he gave me some more tidbits on things to do because it's a gas space. So maintenance on gas is different than electric and whatever other options there are out there. I'm trying to stay calm. That's why I'm lower. The next thing that happened today was after he left, I had about 90 minutes to fully get myself together for, what would you call that? The interest meeting that I did. Okay. And our coach told us that we should prepare a monologue. We'll already have our portfolio and everything in the paperwork, which we did, but we should prepare a monologue. And I'm used to having a week to prepare for my monologue. And realistically, I had about a day or 2. So to keep myself from getting overwhelmed, I found a simple one. And in that hour and a half, I took my time and I did my journal entry about it. I did my script analysis. I made sure my computer setup was right. My camera was perfectly fine. I double checked it. I logged into the Zoom an hour early and I was like, that's a little creepy. I'm not going to do that. We're going to log in a little closer to time, but I just wanted to see if it worked. And I adjusted my settings. I got everything right, closed the Zoom, went back to my journaling. Cool. Finished my journaling, did my makeup, took about 10 minutes or so. I low-key rushed because I realized it's a Zoom, so it's not all the way going to matter. But my skin does have blemishes, and you guys see some of the shadows on my face, like my eyes. I'm still tired, but I'm getting enough sleep, so it's fine. I get to do the call 10 minutes before my window, and all of a sudden my camera doesn't work. It's non-existent. And I'm like, what do you mean it's non-existent? On the camera, it says that webcam mode is on. And I could log into OBS. I can't see it on OBS. I log into Zoom. I can't see it on Zoom. I'm like, all right, I don't have time to play around with this. This is the second time it's happened to me in one of these settings where it happened to me in the class before when we had a showcase. And that's the most important day of the month that we have. And it wants to mess up on me and crash on me again. So I said, all right. I know what to do. I don't have the lenses for it right now because I'm in between lenses right now. So, we have a laptop. We don't have to use the computer. And I guarantee you, when I go to stream downstairs in the next couple minutes, it's going to be fine because that's just how my stuff works. And it's usually when something positive is about to happen, so I stop stressing it and stop getting angry. It's still frustrating. And you still have to calm yourself from being frustrated. So anyway, I pull my laptop out. At this point, it's about 5 minutes till. I open it, it's cold, it's on 18%. And I'm like, well, dang. That's not good. Because that means it's going to die the minute it warms up, and this is only a 15-minute call. Not die, but like, it's going to drop percentage because I haven't charged it in a minute, and it's been sitting cold. So I don't know. It's been charging today, so it's fine. By the next time I use it, it'll be all right. So anyway, I click on the call and I turn around and I just turn off my camera and my mic. I'm like, it's fine. I'll plug it in. We're almost there. I'm frustrated that this stuff always happens like right before the thing that I have to do that I've been worried. Not worried, I guess worried, but I've been more stressed about getting right, if that makes sense. then it always happens to me that something goes wrong. And that's production in general. So be prepared to see this and hopefully not be frustrated. It's hard to not be frustrated. So I pull the laptop out. She's up there and she's early. And she's like, hey, I'm just popping in. I don't see you. I don't hear you. So I pop on. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm trying to get my charger. My laptop's on 18. And my setup that I use failed me like literally minutes ago. It worked an hour ago. And like within the past 7 minutes or so, it just decided not to work. So I'm trying to make do with what I do have. But this is not the experience that I wanted to show. And she was just like, all right, that's cool. Whatever. Gets to sit down. And all she does is confirm what I want to do, which is voiceover. I said, I'm open to acting. She wanted to know where I was and if I was open to travel. And I said, yes, but I want to let you know I work on the weekends and I have a class that I do at night during the week. So I need enough time so that I can let them know and we can make adjustments so that I can be available. But I am interested in travel. Cool, not an issue, whatever. Then she just says, okay, well, email her some samples of my work so she can know where I stand and what to put me to. And that was the call. And I got off that call like, you're kidding me. God, your sense of humor is crazy. I got enough time. I took the time to do my makeup. I took the time to have the setup. I took my time to have the monologue. I did my journal entry. I had it mostly memorized and memorized enough that I could have just said anything. She would have believed me because I already knew who my character was. I was already shifting into gear. So it wouldn't have mattered for it to be a 5-minute phone call where she just wanted to know what I wanted to do. Okay, no stress. Cool. I'm getting better. I'm passing this test now. I haven't passed it all the way, but I'm passing, which is good because I used to flop the shit out of that. Don't mind my language. So I'm trying to stay calm. I call my granddad to tell him the good news. And I was like, yeah, she just wanted to meet me. All I have to do is email her, and I'm going to email her tonight. Yeah, that's literally it. She just wants the audio samples, and then she'll call me back tomorrow. We'll figure something out. So he said, great. What are you doing for the rest of the day? And I was like, well, I have a lot of stuff to do, but as far as being required to do, nothing. Great. I want some pot pies. I'm like, okay, because the KFC pot pies is where it's at. That's what he wanted. He's like, yeah, well, I want this many. And they have a discount for $5. So if you come by, I'll give you the money. You can go get them. And I was like, cool, that's fine. But they're usually funny about their pot pies. Like they never have more than like 1 or 2 ready at a time. And then I got quiet. And so he got quiet too. He said, yeah, I know what you're thinking. There's another KFC at this location. You don't have to go to this other one. And I was like, well, thank you for being aware of that because I didn't know there was another KFC. I stopped going to KFC. I love their Popeyes, but it's not worth the we ain't got no chicken talk. If y'all ever seen Tyler Perry, yeah, go watch that one. They ain't got no chicken. They ain't got no bread. What you mean you ain't got no what? What kind of English I ain't got no? I heard it in real life. I heard it in real life from a specific KFC, and anybody from my area knows the KFC I'm talking about. So anyway, we joked about that for a minute, and then I went to him, got on the road, went to go get some pot pies. I went to the one he told me about first. They only had 2 ready. They said it's going to be 22 minutes for the next one. And I'm like, hey, Granddad, I only got this many. Do you want me to come back with this? Or do you want me to wait the 22 minutes and then come home? And he's like, well, just check the other one. I hate to send you over there, but just check them, just see. Whole time I'm on the way over there, we're both like, yeah, Grandma, she used to send me to get some hot wings. I'm like, Grandma, I don't want to go. And she's like, I just want some hot wings. Can you please get some hot wings for your grandma? I said, because you're asking me, I'll go, but I can't stay in that location. And of course, they ain't had no chicken. So we were joking about that. I get there. They ain't got no pot pie. And Granddad's like, what? I said, Granddad, all I did was ask, hey, before I even get my hopes up, do you have any pot pies? No. Somebody cuts across her. It'll be 22 minutes. So do you have pot pies ready or not? It'll be 22 minutes. Granddad, I'm not sitting here. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I'm going back to the other one, whatever. Let's go get your sodas first because that's what else he wanted. Wanted to get the sodas. Walked. because I had to calm down. This is all back to back, the way that this day's been happening. And there was stuff before the tech came that was kind of tedious and annoying, but it's whatever. It was just little consistent inconsistencies and consistent inconveniences that were throwing the day just a little bit. And it only throws it if you let it. So I would catch myself. So I caught myself for this one because that lady, the way she was responding was already irritating. Like, first of all, how you work at a chicken place, you ain't got no chicken. So anyway, I go get the juice, no issue. I go back to the first KFC and I get to the window and I'm like, hey, do you guys have this amount of pot pies? Well, sweetie, you're in luck. We have your pot pies, X, Y, and Z. Even friendlier than the first time I was there, by the way. And I was like, cool, thank you. I get to the window. I don't see the lady I worked with the first time. I see somebody else and she's just as bubbly. And I was telling my granddad, like, man, I got to tell them their customer service. I wanted to tell them about the other KFC. I couldn't do it. It wasn't worth the energy, but it was worth the energy to tell them. And when the lady I originally worked with handed me the pot pies, I said, were you the lady that worked with me the first time? She's like, mm-hmm. I said, I appreciate your customer service. I appreciate you actually sticking those in there, not knowing if I was going to come back or not, too. And I just really want to compliment your customer service. And she was like, oh, thank you. And then she turned around and the other lady bust out laughing like, wait, what? That's all she said? Yes, that's all I said. If you understood the amount of people that have experienced, we ain't got no chicken. It's sad. It's sad. Okay, but I'm done with the calm ramble. I didn't even get into the drama that happened at the end of it, which isn't even drama, because when I say I didn't even feel an emotional response to the situation that just happened, like, I guess 20 minutes ago, dude's blocked. That's all I'm gonna say, because that was weird, and he's weird, and he was already weird, but doing that confirmed it finally for me, and I made the right decisions. So if Close Friends says that story time is story time worthy, I'll make a story time about it. I'm gonna put a Q&A up and see what details I should go into, which it's my personal life, so it probably won't be crazy. But yeah, on top of all that, I had to ride around. I didn't tell y'all how long I was driving around, but I was driving around the same city for more than an hour trying to get them pot pies. And we got them in the end. That's all that mattered. And they tasted just as delicious as they always have. Like, I will never find another pot pie that relates. And if I taste one that's better, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, this has been such an interesting day. If you made it this far, thank you, because I for sure started this video high energy, and staying low is keeping me calm and making me measure my words. So I thank you for your patience. I'm picking at this thing now still. I'm ready to go stream. My day is done. The dogs are taken care of. They're resting now. I'm gonna... Do I have anything early tomorrow? No. I'm gonna drink on stream. I got enough water. We'll be hydrated later. And I'm not drinking to get through feelings. I'm drinking to enjoy. That's what you want to do. You don't want to numb yourself. You want to be able to have fun. Okay, guys. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.